The Fox 5 I-Team continues its investigation of Georgia's granting of the first licenses to grow and sell medical marijuana. Our I-Team found one of the winning bidders once partnered with a medical marijuana operator who admitted in court he had earlier in his career paid a bribe to help get a license. That bribe was paid before the two men became partners. Senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell has the details.
He sold his office and he sold out the people of Fall River.
It was big news in a small city far away from Georgia. A jury convicted Fall River, Massachusetts Mayor Giselle Correa for extorting hundreds of thousands of dollars from medical marijuana vendors.
There has been a dark cloud cast on this community as a result of actions done by our mayor.
The made-for-movies mayor was such a sensation, he was the subject of a documentary while awaiting trial, now streaming on Roku.
If I'm doing something wrong, come and get me. Go ahead, do it. But I didn't do anything wrong.
One of the key pieces of evidence, this $100,000 check written by the owner of a local medical marijuana company to a friend of the mayor. It was 2016. The very same day the money changed hands, Mayor Correa signed a letter allowing that medical marijuana company owner, David Brayton, to operate a registered marijuana dispensary in Fall River. Brayton, seen here on his Instagram page, testified he was given immunity for the bribe if he testified truthfully during the mayor's trial. What does all that have to do with the medical marijuana industry here in Georgia? While waiting to testify about that bribe, David Brayton changed the name of his company to Nature's Medicines and took on a new partner, Jigar Patel. Jigar Patel is now listed as CEO of Nature's Georgia, one of only 6 companies to win a medical marijuana license here in Georgia.
What should the folks of Georgia think of that?
They should be outraged.
Charlie Arnold is CEO of Cumberland Curative, one of the losing companies applying for a medical marijuana license here. They have filed an official protest, calling the bid riddled with substantial errors, unfair and plainly arbitrary. He was surprised when I told him we found no mention of Jigar Patel's business relationship with David Brayton on Nature Georgia's application.
I think that's another huge concern. Even if it wasn't disclosed to the commission, they should have still figured this out.
This is what the commission never learned. Public records show in 2018, while waiting to testify about bribing a city official, David Brayton partnered with Jigar Patel out of Arizona. They opened this medical marijuana store together in Massachusetts. They worked together under a new company name, Nature's Medicines, until 2019, according to corporate records. Brayton testified during the bribery trial this year that he sold his shares of the company because of the bribery case. Brayton's lawyer said his client had no comment and that Brayton was no longer a part of Nature's Medicine. Jigar Patel's spokeswoman wrote to say questions about any previous business associate are irrelevant because Nature's Medicine cut ties to that person long before they applied for a Georgia license. Georgia's medical marijuana application only asks if the company owner has ever been arrested or prosecuted for a felony or any misdemeanor or had their license revoked, suspended, or fined. So Jigar Patel did not have to report or explain his business relationship with David Brayton.
The citizens of Georgia should be demanding answers right now and explanations for how this happened.
As businessman J.T. Burnett is found guilty on a handful of charges.
Nature's Georgia is the second winning bidder the I-Team has examined in Georgia's new medical marijuana industry.
Lee County now home to the state's latest dispensary.
Another winning applicant is Trulieve out of Florida. The company's CEO, Kim Rivers, is married to a man recently convicted of public corruption charges in Florida. During the trial, her husband, J.T. Burnett, testified he was actively involved in opening up Trulieve with Rivers. Charlie Arnold says none of this is good for the public's confidence in the bid process. And he says the real victims are the parents of children who desperately need medical marijuana.
I couldn't imagine being one of those parents and watching this, what's going on right now. I can't even fathom it.
Dale Russell, Fox 5 News.